Hello everyone, this is Donnie, aka Elevated. We are here with another video today, and this is going to be part 2 of the video that we released yesterday. We're going to be looking at the same replay, but we're going to be covering the late game, and we're going to be talking about how to make good decisions in the late game, common mistakes that teams make in the late game, and how to positively lead your team and make sure that you are communicating effectively to lead your team to victory. So I hope you enjoy the replay, and let's get into it. So I wanted to highlight this moment because I went on kind of a dewarding mission as we were pushing up to the tier 2, and we ended up with our line getting picked off, and meanwhile Drow was pushing the top tower. The second that I TP to the top lane, the Drow TPs to the mid lane to reinforce her team and take a fight, knowing that there is no save. So realizing how important vision is, you can see that I do deward this ward here, so they know for a fact that I'm there, and you can already see that Drow is in the mid lane taking a fight with her team. So this is obviously a 4-on-5 fight. Also, the fact that the save is not there for the Enigma Black Hole in the shallow grave is a huge deal, and so it's a really good play by them, and it just showcases the importance of always paying attention to what the other team can see. Knowing what the other team can see will kind of help you figure out what they might do. And that's obviously a huge part of playing support, because you need to be reading the game and thinking about what the other team's going to be doing or potentially doing before they even do it. So you can see me just placing a ward preemptively, knowing this tower is going to die 100% of the time, which means that they're probably also going to push high ground. So I drop a ward here on the low ground right below where the team is going to be sieging our base, knowing that they're just going to be sitting there in vision. This is going to help us not get hooked by Pudge. It's going to help us potentially take a fight as they try to back out. And I'm just trying to keep my team alive as much as possible, try and get the other team to overextend. We are able to catch the Sven, and as a result, the Underlord decides, all right, time to get out. Remember those wards that we placed earlier in their jungle on our warding mission? Well, they're about to pay off, because as we go up to place another ward on their shrine, we're able to catch the Drow because of the other ward that I had placed earlier, and we're going to get the Drow and the Underlord, which is going to enable us to then push their mid tower because we have the mid creep wave pushing in. You see me draw the line, immediately go mid, don't go anywhere else. This is the nearest creep wave, the nearest objective that we could potentially take, and we could even possibly force a buyback out of the Drow Ranger because we have the ability to go high ground with our Beastmaster and a double damage PA. So because of the vision that we placed, we decided to take a fight in their high ground area. Unfortunately, I get caught in the black hole. Our PA gets caught. I'm gonna die, and they are able to take a fight on their shrine because we just stuck around in their area too long without really being able to accomplish anything. Now, I only highlighted that fight at their shrine, which was not a good fight for us because we did see that Enigma use the black hole, and he does not have a refresher shard yet. He's going for one, but I was yelling at my team, all right, we can defend this tier 2 tower. There's no reason not to take this fight. They have no black hole. They have no team fight. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And we're able to catch out the Drow. We're able to catch out the Pudge and take a really nice fight, killing the Drow, who I believe at this point still does not have buyback. And right here, kind of proud of that play, for staffing the Drow out of the Underlord's ultimate. At this point, I know that Roshan is the most important objective in the game. I believe it is the Refresher Shard Roshan, so it's the third Rosh, and that means that we need to control the Rosh Pit area. So I say we need to kill this creep wave, we need to kill this shrine, and we need to literally just play in their jungle, because if they get the Rosh, we most likely lose the game. So bringing wards to deward, trying to just get my team to play around this area. It doesn't matter if we go bottom, it doesn't really matter if we go mid. We just have to take out this shrine, and we have to make sure that they do not get the Rosh. In these late game scenarios, it's super important to try and communicate as well and as calmly as you possibly can. Right here, we're able to catch the Drow, and this game has been going on for 42 minutes. It's super tense, it's very close, And this is what happens a lot in these games, is you get a big kill and everybody just wants to go immediately and YOLO. But if we take a look at what's going on, there is a creep wave nearing our base. This is a huge deal. If I don't catch this creep wave right here, there's going to be another super creep wave in our base momentarily. They have an Underlord who can very easily relocate his entire team into our base and thrown us with a level 25 Enigma. Also, if we want to push up to their high ground and take racks, we will need this creep wave to be there. So that is why I'm catching the creep wave here. Somebody else should be doing this. It shouldn't be the Dazzle's job, but that's okay. Somebody has to do this, so I'm catching the creep wave. At the same time, my team is very excited by killing this drow. They want to end the game. They want to kill more people. They want to go, 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 go. And I don't believe I was communicating at this point. I should have been. I said, hey, Enigma's coming right now. And there's the black hole, which catches us out, trying to be too aggressive off of a kill, getting too hyped up. I run in. Who do I grave? I guess I have to grave the Beastmaster. Unfortunately, that puts me close enough to get black holed by the Enigma. I don't have buyback. This is a really, really big deal at this point because I'm such a huge part of our team fight, allowing the PA to be aggressive and get black holed by the Enigma and still be okay. Unfortunately, PA loses this fight to Sven, Underlord, and Enigma. Zeus also gets caught, and now we just have 2 heroes with buyback, and the other team, while they only have 3 heroes up, are in a very good spot to take this game. Luckily, because of the defense of our objectives so far and keeping the waves out from our base, they were going to have to go through our tier 1 and tier 2 towers potentially to be able to do that. Fittingly, PA's CS is at 322 at the moment for that particular play. No, I'm just kidding. Played pretty well. That was just unfortunate. Late game Enigma. And you can see these Enigma Eidolons just absolutely melt our buildings. So I'm not gonna lie. At this point in the game, watching these Eidolons kill our buildings, I'm feeling pretty down. I felt like I played quite well. The game was really hard. I obviously walked into a couple black holes, and that made the game even harder than it needed to be. But I wasn't totally out of it. I'd seen the other team make some mistakes. I saw that we had the potential to still win this game. And I basically just told my team, all right, guys, there's mega creeps. We're going to have to deal with mega creeps. We can still win this game. When it comes to mega creeps, it's really just all about wave management. Your base can take a certain amount of punishment, but with mega creeps, the amount of time that you can spend letting creeps hit your buildings is much, much shorter than at any other point in the game. And so it's really, really important that you keep the creep waves as far away from your base as possible as the first priority. If you're gonna make a comeback for mega creeps, you cannot have mega creeps in your base when you go to make a move. Otherwise, you're just gonna lose your base, and no matter how much you try, you just can't overcome the pressure unless you are relieving the pressure first from the creeps and then trying to make plays off of it. So I go for the classic move when you are down 2 mega creeps. I'm just going to sentry our whole base. I'm going to buy myself a potentially game-winning item, a blink dagger to help me get in range for a grave, and then after that, I'm going to go for something like a hex or a maelstrom, whatever we potentially need to stay in this game. So the most important thing is that we keep our heroes alive. We can try and make the other team dive our fountain potentially. We need to make sure that we're watching the health of our towers. We see our PA get black holed. Luckily, I'm in place to save her. I force staff her into the fountain to keep her alive. The other team is extremely overextended. The fight is incredibly chaotic. I'm counting in my head. There's 1 black hole left. Just watch for the black hole. Watch for the black hole. Who can I save? I'm silenced forever by this freaking drow. I'm trying to position myself in a way that's going to allow me to save somebody on my team. I saved the Beastmaster. Probably should have saved the Zeus, but at the same time, the Beastmaster might have been more important. We're able to catch the drow on the way out. I save myself with Ghost Scepter. This game is nuts. The entire enemy team is wiped. Luckily, Lion has been getting a ton of farm because I've been buying all of the wards, and he's able to Aghanim Scepter waves with a huge amount of bonus damage, which is actually huge for us winning this game. Now, luckily, our Lion is able to kind of play base defense while everybody else is running down the mid lane. And PA goes, hey, should I buy rapier? And I say, yes, please do. We're able to get the rapier on our PA with BKB, Battle Fury, Desolator, and we're in their base hitting buildings. Now they do all have buyback, but buyback in the late game, and especially just late game scenarios, are somewhere where I feel extremely confident because I've played the game long enough to kind of understand scenarios that you're going to see. And I can almost expect that the other team is going to make mistakes in the late game because these games are so stressful and everybody wants to win so badly at this point. And the fact that we just wipe them in our base is going to be a large morale hit to the other team. So I know, okay, here we go. We're in their base. We have rapier. We have all the tools we need to win the game. We don't have our Zeus, but we have a divine rapier PA with BKB. And they don't have black hole because they used it in our base in a failed push. All 5 of them should buy back and just try and take a fight, because if they win a fight, they win the game. And they should be able to win a fight 5-on-4. But what's going to happen here, and this happens so often in base defenses, is that they are going to stagger their buybacks because nobody really wants to waste their buyback. They don't want to feel like they bought back for nothing and they can't take a fight with their team. And so what happens is Sven comes in alone. Drow Ranger is still there. Enigma's still holding buyback, probably because he's flaming his team because he can't believe that they might actually lose this game. Sven dies, and we make the call. All right, time to get out. Enigma is respawning. And here's another area besides buyback management where people really, really make game-losing mistakes in the late game. This is a huge problem. Is when you get into one of these stressful scenarios, everybody just wants to end the game. They feel like they should end the game right now. Everybody wants to get out of this stressful scenario. They want to have the experience be over with. And that's because it's painful. It's painful to be in one of these games. It's incredibly, incredibly stressful. And so the other team does what so many teams will do, which is that they don't really think about what's happening, and they only think about, we need to end the game now, before this gets even worse, before we have to deal with this painful experience even more. So they overextend, they put themselves in a really, really awful situation, and they take a completely uncoordinated fight. At the same time, Drow and Underlord relocate into our base because they're not communicating. Their whole team is just deciding to do different things at different times because they just want to get out of this game as quickly as possible. And so they're trying to do too many things at once. We make the call, get back, defend our base. Unfortunately, I die to the creeps because I'm just a measly dazzle, but we're able to kill their Underlord. We kill their Enigma. We know that one of the black holes is down, and we still have control of the creep wave situation. Again, we're starting to chase the Pudge into our jungle, and I say, guys, just deal with the creep waves. Do not chase Pudge. He does not matter. That hero does not matter at all. We see that Sven and Drow go for Roche, and they're able to get it, but they're super out of position because we're pushing up the mid lane. Again, their team is not communicating very well, clearly, because of how uncoordinated all of their moves have been. Meanwhile, our whole team is playing together. We have the Zeus defending. We're constantly talking on the mic. Everybody's communicating very well at this point. And as a result, we're able to catch out the Sven, catch out the Pudge, almost kill the Drow as well. And now the game should be ours. We end up actually catching the Drow as she's trying to run back to Fountain. The Divine Rapier PA goes to town. Say, okay, the only thing that could possibly win the game for them is Enigma Black Hole. We run to the Fountain, allow our PA to hit the Ancient. Beastmaster and I both canceling the Enigma's blink, and the game ends at 51 minutes. We're mega creeped, but we were able to come back and win because our team was communicating, because we were making calls, people were listening to each other, and ultimately we had better vision and better coordination. So I hope you enjoyed this. I'm sorry it was kind of long, but there were so many crazy parts of this game that I wanted to highlight, and hopefully there was a lot of learning parts that you guys can take into your games as well. Thanks as always for watching, and we will see you in the next video.